Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to all of you. So, how are you all doing? Grade 1? Good? Okay, that's very good. Oh, yes, I'm also good. Alhamdulillah, thank you. And this is your social studies class. And our topic of today is we will continue with the introduction of myself or how we can introduce ourselves in a better way. In yesterday's class, we talked about some of the additional, let's say, points that we can tell or that we can use to introduce ourselves, right? So, all of you remember those points, yes or no? Okay, good. And I gave you a home assignment as well, right? And what was that? Very good. And have you note down the points? Okay, I'll check them one by one as well. Um, okay, so all of you have done your assignment, and I have checked that. Very well done for that. Keep it up. And for in today's class, we will be continuing with that, and we will in today's class that actually we will not be doing any written work. We will do a small activity, a very good activity, in order to understand the concept of how to introduce myself in a better way. And you will be doing a small activity. I'm going to share the screen with you, and then you have to tell me whether it is visible to you or not. Okay. So, is the screen visible? Okay, perfect. So, let's start with our lecture. I told you this is your social studies class, and let's start our lecture with the great name of Allah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن
Say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim before doing any work. Let's quickly revise the classroom rules. The very first rule is that you are not allowed to turn your camera off during the classes. In all of your classes, you are supposed to sit in front of the camera and pay attention to what is happening in the class. Okay. And the second point is that you have to raise your hand if you want to say something and wait for your turn. And let's look at the third point. Third point is that you have to listen when someone else is speaking. It can be a teacher or it can be some of your class fellow as well. So you have to listen to and pay attention to whatever is happening in the class. Okay. Then comes the point that you have to follow the directions very quickly and carefully. Well, when the teacher explains something in the class, she definitely tells you that you have to do this, let's say, a question or an activity in this manner. So, if you will not listen to or pay attention to what your teacher is saying, you will not be able to do that in a proper way. Okay, so you have to pay attention to whatever is happening in the class. Okay, let's look at today's plan. We will have a small starter activity, then we will watch a video, and then we will define myself with a fun activity. We will quickly revise, and then we will have a small reinforcement activity. In yesterday's class, we talked about some of the other points that we can use while defining ourselves. We start from the very basic five basic points in which we discussed that when somebody asks us to define ourselves, we have to tell our name, our class, age, then what is our favorite food, and what do we like to do, right? So that was the five basic things. Then I told you in yesterday's class that there are some other points that we can add to our introduction that can be used if you want to add more details to that. And what were those points? I told you that there are different structures of faces. Human beings differ according to their structure of faces, and you can tell that. Let's say my face is heart shape, my face is triangle shape, I have a round face, I have an oval face, or whatever, right? So this is one point that you can add in order to tell the other person about your appearance. The second point was that you can also talk about the different the color of your hair, right? Okay, one thing that I want to tell you is that never say hairs. This is very common mistake that most of the students do. Hair is a word which is used both in singular and plural form. Okay, so if you want, even if you are definitely you never talk about a single hair. You are or whenever you talk, you are talking in a plural way, but you don't add s with it. Okay, it's hair, which represents a plural form, right? Okay, so different colors of human hair. Let's get back to the topic. Humans have color variations as well, which make them different from each other. And if you want, while introducing yourself, or let's say if you are telling about yourself to a person who has not met you and who do not know how you appear, so you can add this point as well, that let's say I have brown hair, I have black hair, I have gray hair. So this will also add into your introduction. Okay. Another thing which makes human different from each other is the skin tone or the color of your skin. Okay. Humans have different variations of skin tone. It starts from in this picture which is in front of you. If you can see, there is this very dark tone, and then there is this very bright, right? So these are two extremes which starts from one end to the other. So humans have these skin color variations, and if you want to add this point, even you can add that as well, that I have a bright skin tone, I have a dark skin tone. The darker one are usually of the people who live in the areas in which there is very hot weather, and they suffer from this very hot radiations of the sun, so that their skin color gets darker. And the fresh or the bright color is usually associated with the people who live in mountain areas or in cold areas. Okay. Another thing, okay, that you can add while introducing yourself, or to introduce yourself in a better way, is the human the color of your eye as well. Okay. Your eyes also have a different color. Let's say if I'm introducing myself to a person who have not met me, who have not seen me, so I'll be like, my eye color is brown. Okay. So it would also create a picture in the other person, as in the other person's mind, that how you look like, what is your appearance, right? So the color of eyes is also another point that you can add in while you are defining yourself, or while you are talking about you. Okay. So, beside those five basic points that we discussed, that the name, class, age, favorite food, and what do you like to do, or what is your favorite thing that you do in your free time, these 5 to 6 points can also be added. You can talk about, similarly, you can add some more points as well. Like you can talk about the dresses, the type of dresses that you wear. You can talk about the family members, how many family members do you have. You can talk about your way of talking. You can talk about, well, like, whatever point you want to add. But the main things, according to the appearance, that make human different from each other, the five basic points that we discussed, like your name, your age, your class, all of these points differ you from the other person, right? Your name gives you an identity. Similarly, the age group which you belong is also a part of your identity. Similarly, the likings, your likings about food, your likings about work, it also makes you different from other people, and it tells the other person about your nature, about your work, right? So these, all of these points that we have discussed now, they tell us about the appearance, like how the other person, how the opposite person looks like. Okay. So you can add these points as well into your writing or into your introduction. Okay, so I have stopped this screen, and I'm going to share a video with you now, to make you understand this concept better, and then we will start our activity. Okay. So I'm going to share the screen, and tell me whether the screen is visible to you or not. Show me a thumbs up. Okay, cool.
Hello everyone, my name is Sana and my skin color is fair. My eyes are blue. I'm in my night suit at the moment and my chappals. But I want to change my clothes. I'm thinking what to wear. My hair is brown. I am 8 years old. This jeans with a shirt and jacket. Jeans is black, jacket is black, and shirt is white. Or these shoes, black shoes, or the skirt. which is my stripe, and my inner shirt is white. Or this blue striped skirt, or this red striped skirt. I like this pink striped skirt with black top and inner white. Let me change my shoes as well. No, not black. No. Yes, pink would do. They will match my clothes.
So see the girl in the video, she's talking about her dressing as well while she is introducing herself, right? So you can add these points as well. While let's say I ask you to write about myself or write few lines on myself, you can add any point which you want to. The five basic points that we discussed in the very first lecture were the five main things that you cannot skip, right? You need to tell your name. Let's say you write all of these points, but you don't tell about your name, then it's useless. Okay, you first need to tell your name, and then if you, I told you that if the other person knows about your class, let's say I know that in which class you are, right? Because I'm teaching you, I know that you are in grade 1, so there is no need to tell me that. But if you are talking to, or if you are introducing yourself to a stranger who don't know in which class you are, you should tell that because it's a basic point. Similarly, the age group, in which age group you are, which age group you belong, you should also tell that. Okay, and the points which she is adding, she is talking about her dressing as well. She is talking about the way she dresses, the type of shoes she wears. Let's say the skirts. She has talked about her hair. She has talked about her eyes. So all of these points she has added in order to introduce herself. And you can also add these points. Okay.
Now I have to play.
Okay, so that was a video that I wanted to show you guys. And now I told you that in today's class we will not be doing any written work, we will be doing a small activity. So I want all of you to open your notebooks and prepare a page. Okay, so all of you have prepared a page for your class activity. What you have to do is you have to draw a picture of yourself. Okay, let's say if you are a girl, you have to draw a picture of a girl. If a boy, you have to draw a picture of a boy, and then you have to write few words, the words that describe you. I'm not asking you to write the whole points like I am in class 2 or I am in grade 2. No, you just need to write the words. Okay, let's say you draw a picture, then you like the pointers we made, right? So you will make a pointer. Let's say you are talking about the color of your hair, so you will make a pointer from the hair and you will say brown color. Then you will pinpoint your eyes and you will say black color. Okay, so you have to draw a picture of yourself and you have to write the words that best describe you. Okay, on the top you can write your name, then and on the very bottom of your page you can write your class, let's say. Then you will talk about your age, you will talk about your hair color, you will talk about your eye color, you will talk about your dress. Make a small basket of food on one side and talk about your favorite food. You can make the whatever you like to play. Let's say you like to play cricket, so you can make a bat and a ball. Similarly, so you will draw a picture. You basically what you need to do is the activity is that you have to make a picture that best describes you. Okay, so whatever are your likings, whatever are the words, whatever are the activities that you do, you have to include all of them in that page. Okay, as I told you that you can make, let's say you like apple, you can make apple on the on one side of the page. If you like oranges, you can make that. If you like spaghettis, you can make a bowl and some spaghettis in that. So whatever you like, you need to describe yourself in that page. Okay, so this is your activity, so let's start doing, and I'll definitely guide you, show me step by step what you are doing, and then I'll help you in that. Okay, so let's start working. Okay. Okay, students, so all of you are done and I have checked your work as well. So hope you guys enjoyed the activity. Was it interesting? Yes or no? Yes, okay, good. So let's look at the reinforcement activity that is for you. The reinforcement activity for you is that you have to draw the picture of your favorite food and your games. Okay, so your favorite food, whatever your favorite food is, you can draw a picture of that, and whatever your favorite game is, you can draw a picture of that as well. And today we just did some drawings in the class, and we will be doing at then this is your homework as well. Okay. Okay, so who's going to sum up what we have learned today? Who is going to tell me the points? Tell me about three things that you have learned today. Okay, raise your hands and tell me about three things that you have learned today. Yes, how we can describe ourselves in a better way. Very well done. And what are the points that we have covered? We talked about skin color, right? We talked about hair, not hairs. Yes, hair color. We talked about what else? We talked about eye color, exactly. Then yes, we can add our dressing sense or our favorite dressing as well. Okay, perfect. So these were some of the points that we have added, and do your homework. Enjoy that. The pictures that you have drawn of yourself, do color them. You haven't colored it because we will not. We don't have much time, and some of you don't have colors. So whoever is left or whoever wants to color it properly, and then I'll look at it again in the next class. That was all from my side. Thank you. See you in the next class. Allah Hafiz.